'Twas a dark and swirly night, and all through the land a single witch was brewing. A plot was at hand. A ghost shall rise this night, his son he shall see, and tell him of his death, a king he shall be.
So it was Hambeth whose ghostly father appeared, and was told his uncle was the man to be feared. His father's murder to all should be known, and with revenge Hambeth can take the throne.
He went to tell his wife and lady of the plan. Hesitant though he was, "We can do this," she began. "You deserve the throne, and revenge you shall get. After all you have done, the kingdom is in your debt."
Outside of the chamber the lady's father did knock. Sure he was overheard, Hambeth feared he would talk. The lady assured him her father knew not, Hambeth stayed suspicious and laid a new plot.
As days followed, lady's father was never alone, for Hambeth lurked behind every corner and stone. When the moment presented itself, Hambeth did strike, and impaled lady's father. With a very sharp spike.
Hambeth went home, covered in blood. Upon telling her the tragedy, lady's tears began to flood. An accident it was, he lied, that your father was slain. Reluctantly, she washed his clothes to remove the stain.
Upon her father's death, MacBeth came to town. His crime-solving skills in the world were renowned. To Hambeth and lady's home, MacBeth did go. He asked if they were around. To which they both said no.
The uncle sent Banquo on Hambeth to spy, to see if Hambeth and lady's lives were awry. The uncle was worried that MacBeth was about. and he feared that his crime would soon be found out.
Two murders have occurred in this witch's brew. Of either plot both parties never knew.
Ha 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 ha!
The uncle felt his scheme would not be unveiled, and Hambeth had prophecy to assure he would not fail.
Lady discovered a swarm of some traveling actors, and of a devious plot they became the prime factor. For the uncle they would put on a like show. So he could learn the lesson. You reap what you sow.
Once the uncle's guilt was finally proven to be true, Hambeth knew exactly what he must do. When tucked away quietly in his own bed, Hambeth came along and stabbed him in the head.
Once the uncle was dead and their hands were clean, Hambeth becomes king and the lady the queen. MacBeth still doesn't suspect the new heirs, and the kingdom is now run by the happy new pair.
However, not all is peachy in the world of Hambeth. For Banquo, his friend, suspects him of the uncle's death. When Banquo did his spying of the newly crowned king, he overheard such a strange and rather peculiar thing.
And so a letter he wrote to MacBeth it was addressed, and Hambeth and lady's guilt it was truly stressed. Unfortunately, MacBeth was currently out of town, so Banquo handed it to the assistant that was around.
Of the letter exchange, Hambeth and lady were alerted, and of their crimes they knew Banquo had blurted. So betrayed Hambeth resorted to kill his friend, and by Hambeth's hand Banquo met an untimely end.
Not knowing whose hand the letter did reside, lady's mind and sanity were becoming untied. With the death of her father, the uncle and Banquo, lady's psyche lapsed into a state of pure woe.
I will take care of it, yelled Hambeth to his wife, for his madness had grown to disregard human life. And off he went for Macduff's family to find, leaving his distraught and crazy wife behind.
While Hambeth was gone looking for Macduff, Lady could not wash her hands enough. Out, you damned spot, she cried. Overcome with guilt, she cut off her hand and died.
Upon hearing of how Lady's heart no longer did beat, Hambeth considered joining her while falling to his feet. To be or not to be, he wondered aloud, but decided to kill Macduff for revenge, he vowed.
Macduff finally arrives, the letter already read. The deadly plot finally connected in his head. He knew Hambeth to be guilty of it all, and a poisoned pen tip he prepared for the brawl.
Hambeth was ready, or so he thought, for he was unaware of the weapon Macduff had brought. Hambeth did not realize that the witch had known, and nothing of his demise to him had she shown.
And with a quick scratch in the neck, Macduff pen went, and Hambeth's last thoughts were filled with torment. The witch danced around while the ghost flew away, and the story of Hambeth would be known to all one day.
Or at least Shakespeare class.
Bloopers!
Yeah. An accident it was.
The moon is pretty
That-
good.
Shut up!
Go.
What about,
Pardon me, lady.
what? You!
You have to tell her. Tell your queen.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, go. Come in.